As Mark Twain once said, whiskey is for drinking, water is for fighting over. This could not be more true in the sense of Kern River water rights. Kern County's agricultural economy is based on a water supply that has been fought over for centuries. California's water as a whole has spurred 39 million people, a $58 billion agricultural economy, and on top of all that, an aquatic ecosystem. There is a rich and complicated history in the Kern River. Throughout the years, the definitions of the rights and the people who own the rights have changed, and the rights to the people that rely on the water have been overlooked. The responsibility of the law to control how the water is handled and to respect the laws is demonstrated. Water rights are extremely complicated. Matt Mary explains. The Kern River rights, known as the Law of the River, include pre-1914 prior appropriation rights, riparian rights, and pending post-1914 appropriative rights. All these rights began in 1855, when people flocked to the Kern region after gold was discovered in the Kern River. At the time, the area was swampy and filled with water. Many had tried to settle but had difficulty because of unpredictable flooding and malaria outbreaks.
This was once the largest wetlands west of the Mississippi. So from Kern County up to Sacramento, it was a very wild and lush and swampy place.
Shortly after this, Colonel Thomas Baker, for whom Bakersfield is named, cleared and sold the land to new settlers who saw potential in Bakersfield's fertile soil. This caused a growing agricultural community that needed water to irrigate their fields. At this time, three wealthy men named James B. Hagan, Lloyd Tevis, and Billy Carr purchased 59,000 acres of land, including a canal and a water company. Others then began to purchase the rights to water from their company. At the time, there was no system to decide water rights, so it was the responsibility of the farmers to decide how much water to take. In 1857, on the north side of the Kern River, a canal was beginning to be developed by Oliver P. Calloway, but he couldn't finish the canal, and the canal was finished by James B. Hagan, Lloyd Tevis, and Billy Carr. This upset the landowners because they now had no access to Kern River water, as the canal diverted the water heavily upstream. This started a court case called Lux v. Hagan. Lux and Miller, his partner, claimed to have riparian rights, where they owned the land in which there was the natural course of the river, and therefore they owned the rights to the water that would flow in it. Hagan, Tevis, and Carr argued for a different system of water rights, prior appropriation rights.
They filed their right. They filed with the state Water Resources Control Board, and then they demonstrated their use, and then they were able to gain a water right, and it's an appropriative water right based on their prior use.
The prior appropriation system benefited a growing economy, as the first in right had no responsibility to give water to low-ranking right holders during droughts, and the water could be moved and taken from the river instead of just diverted like riparian rights. The court ruled in favor of Hagan, but Lux appealed the ruling, and the Supreme Court of California ruled that the case would be reviewed. But to cease further litigation, Henry Miller proposed a compromise. From the first point of measurement, 1/3 of the water should go downstream to Miller and Lux. Another 1/3 would go to the second location of measurement, and Hagan, Tevis, and Carr would receive the rest of the water along with the other upstream companies.
Water rights would not exist on Kern River if a system of water flow measurement wasn't performed. So through all the agreements, the most important thing is water flow measurements on Kern River.
The agreement was ratified on July 28, 1888, without ever including the city of Bakersfield and the rights of the people of Bakersfield. This agreement still affects how water is distributed. The prior appropriation rights they earned through the lawsuits have been sold and traded throughout time. The owners of these rights have no responsibility to any interest and have the right to control the river how they see fit, but they are not immune to litigation. An example of this is the acquisition of Kern River rights by the city of Bakersfield. At this time, the city of Bakersfield had no rights to the Kern River, and worries about water supply led to the Kern County Water Agency being formed. They needed a water source and tried to negotiate with Tenneco for their Kern River water right, but no reasonable solution was reached. There was rumors of Tenneco selling their rights, and the city of Bakersfield on September 28, 1970, filed actions against all right holders on the Kern River, which shocked many of them. The city of Bakersfield wanted the rights to the river and was pressuring Tenneco by suing them. In 1972, the city of Bakersfield settled their lawsuit with Tenneco. In exchange for the sale of their rights to the Kern River, they ceased litigation.
The agreement was reached at $17.9 million. 3.5 million of that was the Kern Delta Water District, which is to the south of the Kern River, with 4 or 5 canal systems. And with that acquisition, it was very important. This Bakersfield became really the first city in California that owned water rights to the river that flowed through town.
Tenneco would have rather given up their rights to the river than be sued by the city of Bakersfield, demonstrating how complex the rights to the river are, as many complicated court battles decide how water is managed. This changed how the river was handled and widened the number of people who had access to it, as now the government has say in the Kern River, not just private citizens. This means that citizens of Bakersfield have rights to the river like other holders and can exercise this right. Today, there is current litigation over the Kern River water rights yet again. The problem is rooted in the Kern River water being diverted upstream so heavily that there is no water downstream throughout Bakersfield, much like Lux v. Hagen. The water companies that own the rights to the Kern and the city of Bakersfield are being sued by the Bring Back the Kern. They claim that not having water downstream in the Kern River violates their rights, because rights in the game code state that fish in a river have to be in good condition, and a clause in the California Constitution that states the water of California has to be kept in good enough condition to preserve its wildlife.
I think that having the Kern River running through town would make such a huge difference, not just to the ecosystem and the animals, but I really think so much about the people who live in this town and our community and our sense of pride and love for our town.
On the other side of the lawsuit, the state's stance is they have long wanted water in the river, but there is an overall lack of water.
The long range average at this point in time is slowly going down. So in this current time period, over the last 20 years, the amount of water is less than it was the previous 20 years.
Christina Budak, head of Bakersfield's Water Department of Resources, states, "At times the Kern River provides sufficient water for all beneficial uses. While during dry and drought conditions, the Kern River would not be able to provide enough water for all beneficial uses. Without the water diverted from the Kern, the agricultural economy would take a drastic hit as California continues on a pattern of relentless drought. This is another example of how water rights and responsibilities to both question and uphold the rulings of the Kern River affect how it's run. For every court battle, there is 2 sides to the story, and it's important to understand both sides so you can analyze how the rights of the river contribute to the responsibility of the law to control it. The water rights that control a river are very old, and some consider them dated, but it's the foundation of Kern River water rights. Water rights are so important to California. In moments in history, like the Miller-Hagen Agreement, the city of Bakersfield's acquiring rights to the Kern and the current litigation with the Bring Back the Kern contribute to the complex history of water rights on the Kern River."
There used to be a river here, running deep and wide. Well, we used to have Kern River, running deep and wide. Then somebody stole